Hey, finally back in my house, kinda after COVID. COVID's still kinda happening. I'd still like to become a regular at my barber again, but what do you do? So I'm gonna try and keep this video quicker than all the other ones, like I always try to do, but I have some photos that we can compare before I had started anything to 12 months later. There's a couple things that I want to mention that I did along the way. I've got them on my computer here, just so I don't forget anything. So at the end of May, I started with just a hair tonic thing. That didn't really probably do much, but I still do that all the time because it's good for your scalp. In June 2019, my LLLT laser began and massage began, and some beard oil that I just had, I would put that on my scalp as well. I did that consistently from June all the way through until the end of December, because that was 6 months, and that's when the laser clinic said that you might start to see some results, and then I didn't. But they said usually it takes a year or even two. So then at that point I was like, all right, like I don't want to risk wasting a year or another year on results that might not be happening if the laser doesn't work. So I started Minoxidil in January of 2020. Mid-January 2020, I added a DHT blocking shampoo. Beginning of February 20, although this might just be a myth, I stopped creatine, and COVID was happening and all of that anyway, so I couldn't really go to the gym, so whatever. Beginning March 2020, I started using peppermint oil and rosemary oil. I would kind of mix that in with the tonic and just do that once or twice a day. Beginning of April, I got a little derma roller. I have a video on that. You can check it up on the card at the top. And May 4th, I started finasteride 1 milligram, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That kind of became a bit of an issue. I know everybody thinks that it's going to be like a placebo effect or a nocebo effect that messes us all up, but honestly in my situation it wasn't. I've stopped that, but I have tweaked my plan. So I'll talk about that in a different video. What else is on my list here? Yeah. Okay, basically that's it. I'll update you on what I'm doing with finasteride in a different video, but that's the timeline for the 12 months, and yeah, let's check out some photos. Okay, so here is the very first photo I ever took back when I didn't think I would ever put anything on YouTube. So these photos were shot with the front-facing camera on my iPhone 10, so it's not as good a quality of photos as more recent pics when I normally use the good camera on it. So to match it accurately, I also used the same front camera on these after ones. So you can see the dates up top here, and I don't really notice too much here. I don't know. Let me know if you can see any difference here. Really, not too much. Maybe slightly more thickness in the middle, but again my head's more tilted back here and more tilted down here, so I'm not too sure. Okay, here is the second shot I took back then. It's a little more blown out because of the natural light there than it is here, but I don't know. My hair on the sides looks more healthy than here. Could just be the lighting. Same as the last one, there might be a little more thickness in the mid scalp here than here, and maybe it's pretty thick at the front side and thicker at the front side here, but it does look more thick here, so there might have been some gains on this part and a little bit through here. Here's the third picture that I took back then versus now. It's basically the same as the last one, but whatever. I shot this for whatever reason when I didn't know what I was doing, so I'm trying to match it here. Again, it's quite blown out here, so it's hard to really tell. It's less blown out here. But yeah, this mid-scalp versus this mid-scalp, it does seem thicker here. Here's the fourth picture. I couldn't get the angle the same way for whatever reason. I guess I just suck, but I tried a bunch of times. Yeah, at first glance, actually, it maybe is quite a bit better on this side. Here's probably the first photo that I've been comparing where it does seem a little bit better. You can see more on top looking down of my scalp here than here, so maybe that's why, but I don't know. It's kind of harder than I thought for me to decide if there's progress or not, which isn't really a good sign, but you guys let me know what you think, which photos you do see progress in. I'm thinking so far this fourth photo is the best. Okay, actually, here's that fourth photo again, and here's another slightly different angle of that same angle. So I named this hair 4, and this is hair 4.1 instead of another 4. But yeah, very similar. I don't know if this helps us determine any better results or not. Again, I'm kind of looking for you guys to let me know what you think. It does seem slightly better, but for 12 months later, I don't know. I've seen a lot better results online than this, that's for sure. Photo 5, old versus new. Actually, this is a pretty good one too. Again, I suck at matching the angle completely, but yeah, same problem areas, but at least in this one, it kind of seems like there's thinner hairs that are growing in a specific direction, whereas here it just kind of looks like they're so flimsy that they're kind of like curling even at this 2-week of growth length. It's a little blurrier, so it's hard to know for sure, but it does look significantly better here than here. Here in picture 6, I remember taking this and looking at it on my phone, and I was pretty shocked. This is the worst photo, the worst angle. I hadn't started trying to get my hair back or anything. This is just a photo I took the day I figured I should start doing something. So that was pretty shocking, because when I feel through my hair, like there's no bald spots. It feels like there's hair everywhere, because there is. But then I saw this and I was like, oh my god. Now to be fair, like it looks worse when there's the natural light shining here, but whatever, like it is what it is, right? So here's the comparison a year later. It does seem better. Does it seem like 12 months worth of unending expensive treatments and screwing around? I don't know. Probably not, but at least it didn't get worse, right? And here's the second attempt at matching this angle. Slightly different. I think it actually matches it a little bit better. Yeah, I still see a little bit of improvement, but I'd really like to have seen more. Let me know which photo you think shows the most improvement, or if you see any improvement. So yeah, that is before and after, 12 months of effort. I wish it was a little bit better, but I guess I was a big pussy in the beginning, like a lot of us are, and I didn't really know what would mess me up, if I wanted to try different medications, if I really cared that much. And I kind of rolled things out slowly in a safe way, but honestly, I basically did everything in the reverse order that you should do them. Maybe start with something like a finasteride, and then once that stabilizes your hair loss and you get all the results you can get from that, then add in growth things like Minoxidil or laser or any of that stuff. But hey, whatever, live and learn. Let me know if you see any results, what you think about it, if you've had better results on all the things that I've tried than I have. Maybe leave a link in my description. I'd like to see how good of results you guys have gotten. And other than that, I don't know. I guess wish me luck in the future, and check my next videos over the next few months, because hopefully I will be getting some progress with my next step in my hair recovery efforts. Anyway, see ya.